It's unfortunate, but even anime can't have only 10 out of 10s walking around. Some characters are simply a bit plainer than others. And other characters get hit with the ugly stick pretty hard. Since this isn't really something you would think about or see often in the community, let's take a look at who the ugliest characters are in all of anime. Before we dive in, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This 1-second action will really help us to make more videos like this one. Alright, let's get started. Number 10. The Titans from anime Attack on Titan. I can't put a name down as all of the named Titans, or should I say Titan users, look rather decent. However, the background Titans are just hideous. Maybe it's because they never have any emotion on their face, or because their facial features are so weird. But I can't say I have seen a good-looking nameless Titan. The fact that they also run in the most hilarious way, are constantly naked, but also don't have any genitalia, all just makes their whole appearance a mess. Okay, scratch that last part, it's a good thing they don't have genitalia. Number 9. Animo Vasilisa Zeta from anime Overlord. Animo really didn't seem fit to be on this list. In fact, she looks absolutely adorable. So you can imagine my shock when we finally see her in combat and learn that her face isn't a face at all. It's like, I get how that could give her an advantage in battle, but holy hell was I not prepared for what was under that mask. So just for the shock factor alone, and the fact that bugs are the definition of ugly, Animo has to be on there. Number 8. Carnage Kabuto from anime One Punch Man. One Punch Man has seen quite a few oddball villains. I mean, the final boss of Season 1 just looks like your average Yu-Gi-Oh card. But they always have an interesting aesthetic. Kabuto just looks like a giant cockroach that somehow got injected with steroids. He does get some cool points once he transforms into his Carnage mode, but if we're looking at just his base form, he is definitely among the uglier characters. Number 7. Hand Demon from anime Demon Slayer. Let's be honest here, most of the demons in Demon Slayer are low-key extremely hot. That is, until we come to the Hand Demon. This thing, besides looking like Shigaraki Tomura on steroids, is just unnerving to look at. Maybe it's because of the dozens of hands and arms wrapping his body, or because we're used to his voice being connected to a much sexier man. That is in fact a JoJo's reference. But he just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Number 6. Biwamaru from anime Dororo. Age gets to us all, and while it turns some into refined gentlemen and gorgeous mistresses, it turns others into troll-looking hunks of meat. I love my boy Biwamaru, but he looks like he was beaten with a metal bat over the head and back, and then tossed into a jungle for 10 years. His body just got so out of shape that it's hard to even imagine a time when he was a fine-looking young fellow. Nobody would ever tell him these things in person though, as the old man still has more than enough bite in him to break a few dozen bones. Number 5. Kaoji Kuda from anime My Hero Academia. To this day, I will never understand how this guy got into UA. I also don't fully understand why he looks like a frightened rock. Quirks sometimes change your appearance, like Tokoyami's, but it usually complements your power in some way. How exactly being a tall, tofu blob helps him talk to animals, I have no idea. But at least he's a nice guy. Plus, he has bunnies, so I doubt he'll have troubles in the dating world. Number 4. Babidi from anime Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is ruthless in how they draw the villains, as they definitely preceded the hot bad boy devil antagonist archetype. I mean, just look at Babidi. He looks like a combination of a rotting bean, a catfish, and a fly. He has every attribute a man fears. He's short, basically bald, scrawny, and orange, I guess. The fact that his eyes look like they would pop out of his head with a good smack is also not helping his case. Number 3. Ekaterina and Elizabeth from anime Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic. I want to put these two together, as they were played for the same gag and basically have the same face. You know, after interspecies reviewers, I thought that nothing coming out of a brothel could surprise me, and yet here I stand corrected. The fact that these two worked in two different pleasure houses and for different influential people means that they must have mastered the craft or something, because I don't see a world where they get this kind of attention for their looks. Number 2. Rock Lee from anime Naruto. Okay, just for a second, forget about what an amazing character Lee is, or at least was. Now look at him purely physically. You have to admit that if you saw someone with a bowl cut, eyes thicker than Snickers, in a green jumpsuit wearing orange leg heaters, you probably wouldn't think, oh, what a sexy beast. The fact that Might Guy, who I also love, looks the exact same and is usually around Lee really doesn't help. Especially when the person learns that Might Guy is not his father. Number 1. Melody from anime Hunter x Hunter. The fact that this is a female is really what guarantees her spot on this list. Don't get me wrong, different strokes for different folks. But if I went on a Tinder date with a female and found myself faced with someone that looks like a 40-year-old balding mole person, I would run for the hills. True, her voice is magical, and she's a very nice person. But talking just about her looks, it's better to look the other way. That's all in this video. Do you know other ugly anime characters? Let me know them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.